Welcome to Recap of Aether. I'm your host, both players, and oh my god, this is maybe the biggest update the game has ever seen, and the community seems to be pretty dang happy about it. There's so much to cover, so let's jump right into it. Okay, editor, both players from the future here. I just wanted to mention that this video is a week late, so the information here is a bit outdated. However, I already recorded everything, so it just seemed like a waste not to post it. I had meant to post this last week, truly, but I was just super busy with work and getting ready for my anniversary trip with my girlfriend slash fiance. That's right, I proposed and she said yes. Woohoo! I even took time during the trip to record the rest of the video, but the laptop we took just could not handle Premiere and we had to give up. Hopefully the information is still handy for you guys, and at least the Twitter and Reddit parts will kind of be evergreen. I mean, one thing I already noticed is that I think the Olympia honeymoon phase is already over. I'm seeing a lot more posts about people finding her annoying to play against, but oh well. Let's just pretend that this is all fresh and we still love the character. Because I know I still do. I'll try to be more current next week, and I appreciate the patience, everyone. Alright, time to bring back past both players. The Rivals Direct happened earlier this week, and there was so much revealed. First of all, even though all the updates came out by now, you should still take a look at the Rivals Direct video anyway, because it is chock full of funny moments. Longtime Rival fan and writer Adam Kara was brought on to write the screenplay of this Direct, and as usual, his writing is great. The GOAT of Rivals 1 content creator still got it. Okay, so firstly, nearly everything revealed at the Rivals Direct came out with patch 1.2.0. I mean, first things first, Olympia's out, and the people are loving her. If you go to Twitter, there's more clips of Olympia than I've seen of every character combined. It's crazy. The team also made an Olympia 101 video to show everyone how to play Olympia, at least at a beginner level. Unfortunately, Edalus still didn't get his, so RIP to that guy. But who's gonna play a low tier Edalus when the high tier Olympia is here? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now you can check out the Rivals 101 video for a basic breakdown, but the two things I wanted to mention is that it seems from the trailer, one thing has changed, and that's how the down special attack cancel works. If you see in the trailer, when they do that, Olympia does like a weird momentum shift. But now when you do it, she still kind of floats in the air. She doesn't like fall down. She does a little float and punch. So you can still change which direction she punches, but it isn't that quick momentum shift that we saw in the trailer, which I think is a bit unfortunate, but this does give Olympia another recovery mix-up. So I'm a little conflicted about this, but you know, it is what it is. The other thing I want to note, this is very situational. Actually, I haven't really played online yet, so I don't even know if it's useful, but something fun about Olympia. If you put the gem on the side here, below the ledge, and you use the dash, you can actually go through the stage. So I don't really know if this is like useful, but maybe it's out here and the opponent is like at the edge, or like, you know, off stage. You can like run in, dash in, and like attack, and then you can still recover back. Again, I don't know if that's anything, but like the fact that you can go through the stage is hilarious to me. And now that Olympia's out, here's a showcase of all of her skins. Here's her basic skin with the regular alts, as well as the mint skin, which honestly, this is pretty sick. I really like this skin. I hope to get it soon. The yellow alt, which is purchasable in the Aether shop, and the Abyss skin, which is obtainable by getting a medium or higher in arcade mode. The next skin is the spotted skin, which is what you can get at level 50. I guess it's like a Dalmatian thing. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm not the biggest fan of how the dots work in the hair. Honestly, I'm actually not that big of a fan of this. This is a little. Oh, that's a star. I don't know what that is. Dalmatian is really random for Olympia, but it's cool nonetheless, but it's a little random. Then is the Abyss skin, which is what you can get at level 100. This is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, the little dragon, you know, teeth thing, the eyeball sticking out, it's all crystallized coming out of her tail and her chest. This is pretty darn cool. Here's all the colored alts. Next is the possum skin, which is what they revealed at the Olympia showcase, and this is actually a purchasable skin at the Aether shop. So yeah, the possum palette is the red, is the blue, is the green. I think this is my favorite of the possum palettes because of the orange pants. And finally, the lover skin. I'm gonna go over the skin pack later, but this is the skin you get for Olympia, which is really cool, like a gym wear thing. Here's the default, the red, the blue, the green, and you actually get a secret yellow skin, which is without the jacket, just her in the tank top. And I'm not gonna lie, she looks particularly badass in this outfit. And with the yellow, it's kind of Kill Bill vibes. I don't know, I think this is my favorite skin so far. So yeah, speaking of skins, the next event is the Lovers Homecoming event. which has a bunch of skins based on the Lovers of Aether like side game that they made, the dating sim. There it's Fleet, which is really cute. The athletic Fleet, the athletic Olympia, and then finally the Lovers Clarin, which is also great. She has a little like hoodie on. I wish that they kept this outfit though, because then she'd have the little coat as the cape. But a hoodie also works. All three of these skins, plus these icons and a couple of, coins and cash, will be available for 20 bucks as the Lovers Homecoming event. And it's not revealed here, but like I said before, the yellow alt for the Olympia Lover skin will be available as well. And if you want to get the Raster skin, that is the free unlockable track. So the Raster skin will be free for finishing the track. You'll also get the school desk platform, this little cute emote, and the Raster icon without the glasses, which is crazy. He looks crazy, as well as the death effect. Now, if you're like me who wants to insta-buy the Homecoming bundle, I already got this. It is such a good bundle, I'm not gonna lie. I wanna remind you to make sure to use the creator code when purchasing. If you go to the support a creator button right here, you can enter creator code both players, hit confirm, and any purchase you make will not only help support me and the channel, you'll also get a 5% Aetherbug cashback on that purchase. Again, you do not need to put my code if you already have another creator code activated. As long as you're supporting somebody with your purchases, that's all I ask. And with the creator code, not only will you support the game, you can support the content creators and get a little cashback yourself. Next, the full ranked mode is now available. It is officially season 1. And so now we are out of the ranked light system, now into the full ranked mode. Now part of this full ranked mode is the ranked shop. So now when you play ranked, you'll be able to get another form of currency, which is medals. When you finish your placement matches, you'll get a rush of medals. I believe it's 300. And with an initial boost of 300, you could automatically get an emote. This is I'm going to drop a rank, which is really good, or the champion Rano icon. And the same for Zetterburn. You have the Zetterburn emote, I'm on a winning streak, the Zetterburn icon. For 900 you can get another emote, you broke my streak, thanks for the medals. That's really funny. Thanks for the medals is crazy. That's crazy. And for 1200 you can get a legendary icon. So if you didn't know, the yellow band means legendary, and this is legendary because it freaking animates. So you have an animated icon, which is pretty sick. When Loxodon Olympia comes out, I'm gonna be on it. Oh, I didn't even realize that the main thing, the skin, is also 600 medals. I'm not really sure how many medals you can win per match because I haven't played ranked yet, but some of these things I bet you can get pretty quickly. They also plan to have a soft reset every season, which is every 3 months, which means you can get extra bonus medals for each new set of placement matches. So in 1 year, you can get 1200 medals for free. And of course, you'll get more as you grind ranked. And actually, the team added even more ranks to the game. At 1700 ELO, you'll get Grandmaster, and at 1800 plus, you'll get the Aetherian rank, which I think is reserved for only the top 100. I hope that means that the spread makes it so that I'm able to be in plat. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, last season I ended in gold, which is a shame for me. I'm not your favorite plat Loxodon anymore. I'm a gold Loxodon. Now I'm gonna be your favorite Diamond Olympia, so watch out. Next is stage skins. So this is a rework of Rockwall, which is now Crystal Oasis, I think this is one of the prettiest stages that they have. It's really sick. If you were unaware, Rivals 1 also did stage skins. So if you want to swap the look of Rockwall to Crystal Oasis, you can grab it at the store for, I believe, 10 bucks or 200,000 coins. And interesting to note, they mentioned that what they want to do is keep the competitive stage list at 10 layouts. So if they come up with new stage layouts, they're actually going to swap out the less popular ones out of rotation. They mentioned that you could also see any of the stage skins that we released, including Crystal Oasis, as a new stage layout in the later patch. I'm not really sure if they mean like if we have a new layout, it'll be this layout. Okay, future editor, both players again. It looks like all the footage that went over the rest of the patch notes is just gone. I'm not like too sure what happened. I think I just didn't press record or something. It's just missing. But just to go over it real quick again, UI and lobby updates. UI looks different. A lot of people like it. It does look pretty. I'll be honest, I missed the layout that's like Smash, but that's just me. They brought back the playtest control thing in the character select screen. That's really cool. And lobbies are also more stable. You can go in and out without having to remake lobbies, which is a really cool thing. I usually don't play with lobbies, so I didn't even know that was an issue before, which is honestly, in retrospect, pretty crazy. And for gameplay and balance changes, there's just a lot of big universal changes. For one, the ECB, or the environmental collision box, has been changed globally. The main thing this does is that you land on the floor later than usual, so you can get lower aerials, and you also have more time to react to like text and stuff. There's also a universal floor hug nerf a little bit, and many aerials had their startup reduced to increase their usefulness as out of shield options. If you want more details, plenty of people on YouTube have already made their own patch analysis, so you can go check that out. Alright, so let's bring it back to passable players. Also, as a reminder, if you want to give any feedback or suggestions to the team, you can always check out their newest note board. This note board is for patch 1.2.0, as you can see with this Olympia background. I may do a overview of all this in another video, but for now, you guys can check it out on your own. So that's everything in the game right now. Let's take a look at what's coming in the future. In the Rivals of Aether 2 dev update, What's Up and What's Next, Dan Farnese goes over everything that's coming to Rivals 2 in the near future. Here's a very quick overview of everything that's to come. A bigger training mode is planned for later this spring. Intermediate and advanced tutorials are planned for later this year in 2025, but character-specific tutorials are planned for next year in 2026. They plan to add more trials like the target test and the eye break, but that'll be after the intermediate tutorials are finished. They want to do a full controller support overhaul, which is planned for the second half of this year. And the Rivals Championship Series is back. This is the official circuit from Rivals of Aether for competitive esports. And the North American Series will be kicking off in May with an online super major, then it'll lead into Combo Breaker, then CEO, then Gommel, then another online major, then Evo, then Supernova, then Riptide. Future events and more information will come in the future, and exclusive palettes and skins for these events are to be expected. Another fun fact is that every circuit event will have a pot bonus. Dan then teases us that another Beyond feature is coming soon. So if we actually take a look at this roadmap, the things that are in the Beyond section is Story Mode Chapter 1, Custom Colors, Console Launch, Workshop Support, and Buddies. So if I had to guess between all these and what is coming soon, I have to assume it's custom colors. Maybe they'll finally launch the palette thing, because there was a little bit of controversy with the purchasable palettes, because I do not think Story Mode Chapter 1 is even close to finishing. They mentioned before that it takes a lot of resources that I don't know if they have, but I could be surprised. Console launch, definitely not. I think the console launch will be the last thing that happens, because we want to have all these other modes in, as well as all the tutorials in before the general public gets access to Rivals of Aether 2. Buddies might be something in, I mean, it's a really cute thing, but I think it's one of the least necessary thing. If I had to pick out of all these three that are most likely, I'm gonna again say custom colors, because not only will you be able to customize your own palette for fun, I think it's the easiest to implement out of all these. Lastly, they didn't mention this at all, but on the roadmap, the crew battle mode was actually listed as some time later in 2025. There was no mention of the crew battle mode in this Rivals Direct. I'm not sure if Dan is referring to crew battle mode when talking about the Beyond feature. I don't think so. But at the same time, there was no mention about crew battle mode, and I actually don't know how important this is to the future of Rivals. So this may be delayed. This is purely speculation though, so I have no idea. Now next, as part of the April Fool's event, Aether Studios actually launched another mini-game, or a micro-game, very similar to the WarioWare series, which is a lot of fun. It's super cute. I have not had the time to play this myself, but from the reactions of everyone else, it seems like a great game and a fun little treat for Rivals of Aether fans. Now if you haven't watched it yet, I really recommend checking out either the VOD or this video from Epic showcasing what happened in Battle of BC7. This is a fun little highlight reel that Epic made of everything that happened, and I will say, I didn't get to see a lot of the pools or the top 32 of the game, but top 8 was so good. I am a Spargo fan at heart, so when Spargo was doing well, I was hyped! But anyway, here are the results. If you want to skip this part to avoid spoilers, go ahead to this timestamp. But the top 8 results is in 7th place we have Rangunshu and Gengar, in 5th place we have Mystery Soul and ZB, in 4th place we have Spargo, in 3rd place we actually have Cake Assault, 2 Beastly, and number 1 is Marlin. The biggest upset of this tournament, I think, is Beastly. I mean, I think Beastly was seeded to be in the top 8, but I believe he was an Ultimate player turned Rivals player, so it's really exciting to see people from other games do this well, especially beating the likes of Cake Assault. I will also say, if you take a look at Beastly and how good he's doing, do the devs really think that Zetterburn is falling off? Zetterburn is so good! It's pissing me off, he's so good! I mean, Beastly is a beast, no pun intended, but like, dude, you can back air up smash, you can shine up smash like a MFer, dude. It's so easy. The kill confirms go crazy. I feel like you shouldn't be able to kill confirm a move that puts you into flame. I feel like you shouldn't be able to kill confirm a move that gives you a burn, and then a strong attack. That's crazy. I'm definitely wrong about this. I think it's sick that he has it, but it feels bad, man. I might as well be on fire the whole time. All right, next is the Twitter portion of the video, which we have a lot. People have been hyped about Olympia, so we got a lot to cover. Now first, the Rivals of Aether official account has posted, I want to see your favorite Olympia moments you had so far in the new update. Cool clip, funny screenshot, anything, shared in the replies. We'll take a look. Nestor says, fun pics of her with my custom colors. I slapped on her blue lover's palette. Ooh, this is cute. Yeah, wow, this is great. Twinning. And I guess Nestor has a mod that allows for custom colors, but this is really cute. Crag speedrun. I'm assuming it's gonna kill Crag immediately. Oh, kick, punch, down air. Ooh, another down air. That's a Crag speedrun, all right. Olympia. Whoa. Bring. Oh. Well, the Crag. I was gonna say the Crag was being nice. Oh wait, did Olympia survive? Oh my god, what's happening right now? Okay, Olympia does die. I think this was an ECB problem. They should have fixed it in the hotfix, so hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon. Huge homie move by the Forest Plat. Okay, more Olympia clips. Ooh, extension? Whoa, disgusting. Caught the jump with the up special. Hit him with the Sauce Factory. I think people are, I don't know about you, but I think people are really liking Olympia. She may be the sauciest character. Bing, bang, boom, bam. Ooh, oh, nice. Okay, good crystallization. Down air. Wow, that kills. That's crazy. Odin says Olympia's awesome. Getting with the command grab. The jab into grab. Ooh. Yikes, dude, the extension. Do you survive this? Ooh, wait, that's, well, you died, but that was sick. You almost survived. Disgusting. Okay, you can't survive that, can you? Oh my god, the freaking... Okay. Every time they die from the edge guard, but they can make it back, which is crazy. Okay, so it's like after you go far, you side B back to the stage, then do the... Okay, immediately put the crystal out into the crystal dash, and then... Oh, dude, Olympia can go off stage. That's crazy. Granted, immediate edgeguard, but it is what it is. Beating the arcade mode as Olympia doesn't play her theme and actually doesn't play anything at all. The infinite void of silence is pretty funny, am I right? That's pretty funny. Okay, also something about this is funny to me. I guess it's the it's the perspective thing, but it feels like the Megamind no bitches meme. So like, LMAO this one for sure. Another Olympia clip. We love to see it. Bing. Double forward air. Oh, a freaking command grab into killing yourself. I love it. She got me back in the game. You guys are cooked. Ooh, put a lot of clips. I mean, Olympia, this is what I'm saying. Olympia was the most fun I had in Rivals 1. I'm glad a lot of people are having fun with Olympia and Rivals 2. But that means there's gonna be a lot of Olympias. There's gonna be so many Olympias in ranked, man. I'm not excited about that. Ooh, bing. Oh, setup. Crystal. There. Ooh, that's sweet. I think the crystal setups is what like changes the game, man. Bing, bang, crystal, bah. Oh, crystal up smash. I like he went to the menu. I think he was trying to do the clip thing. Oh, dude, the field is quite massive. I am not gonna lie, dude. That's crazy. Ooh, freedom, anything to anything. Yikes! Up special? Okay, it missed. I love the walk. I love the casual walk. Ooh, nice. And the same arcade. Another combo. Get the crystal. Get them out of here. Up special. That's what I'm talking about, man. I would if it was on anything other than PC. I'm sorry, Spoopy. But the console version will come out soon-ish. I'm assuming, what I think is 2027. I think the moment that Chapter 1 of Story Mode comes out, console version will come out soon after. Or maybe it'll launch at the same time, not sure. Zach says, character might be Dopamine Incarnate. Yee! Oh, the dash into, oh my god. Oh, the wall jump up special? Sheesh. This is too much. Poorly cut clip, but we love dribbling. Ooh, down air. Crystal. Down air. Down. Oh! We love it. The new banner looks sick. Oh, our boy Hodan. The rat is fun. Yeah, I mean, granted, this was, you know, prompted by the tweet that Rivals of Aether did, but like the fact that there's so many people clipping, I think goes to show how much fun that the people are having with Olympia. And there's just like a bunch of more clips. Like this is so many clips of Olympia. I wanted to point out some top player opinions immediately. Marlon, for example, says hit masters with Olympia only. There's absolutely no way this character isn't getting nerfed, but I'm maining them until they do. Marlon clearly really likes Olympia and thinks she is top tier. In fact, here is his day one Olympia tier list, which is Olympia at SSS plus 0 playtesting gap. So like, it's so much, Olympia is so much better than the rest of the cast. Which I think the rest of the cast is about the same. Well, he put Arcane up a little bit, but this is basically the same tier list that he had before. But Olympia apparently clears everybody. That's crazy. And here's a clip of Marlon playing Olympia against Gek, which is a top Loxodon. Ooh, side special into another side special. Ew! That's disgusting. Yeah, you don't want to get hit by 2 side specials. Although Loxodon didn't really have a lot of options there. I guess he could have Magma'd, but he was trying to side special himself. Yeah, trying to side special, but wait, the grab went through the side special. I think that shouldn't happen. I think they should grab release. I think that's what should have happened is grab release, but instead Olympia just went through and took the grab instead. That's crazy. Ion, a well-known crag, is saying, bro, Olympia is so addicting, been messing around with this character way more than I thought. Thank you, Dan for an AC. I mean, this character is getting people praising the devs, excuse me, unheard of. Ooh, the soft bear into down air. Dude. Olympia the truth, Olympia mains unite, which is apparently going to beat everybody. I hope the new characters they make are as fun, because we need some character variety, man. Everyone can be Olympia, but if everyone is Olympia, then I don't know about this. Oh, disgusting. Here's another Ion clip, the coolest quad fair you have seen. Quad fair? Jeez, also, first of all, oh, he tanked it with the down special, that's right. We get it up. Oh, fair. Oh, another fair. Ew! That's so gross, nasty. Now we have Sego. So if you didn't know, Sego was actually a top Olympia player from Rivals 1, now bringing him back into Rivals 2. And unlike other people who've mained other characters, looks like Olympia mains still really like Olympia in Rivals 2. Thank you for the insane support on the stream, everyone. I felt so close to Masters already with the day 1 Olympia, but I am learning so much. Without a doubt, the most fun character in the game for me. Easily my main. I am excited to try my best with her. Here's a cute little clip from Sego himself. Oh, the get up, the dare. Oh, Crystal! Oh my god. Sick, crazy. Part 2 of the tweet. I will say some matchups already feel like hell on earth. A good Clarin feels so hard, same with Maple and Rano. I had a Rano that just pressed bear against me. I had no clue what to do, but I will main her no matter what. No matter the matchup. I love her so much. All right. So let's take a look. Okay, down tilt into, ooh, lock. Ooh, down tilt. Okay, first of all, down tilt brings you to the platform, and then gets a bear. Oh no, Nair 1 lock. Yikes. And then, oh, an up air spike into a dare. Jesus. Here's another clip from Sego himself. I think he's still the yellow because the yellow is the best skin by far. Ooh, up air into dare into, oh, crystal. Wait, he's so good at getting the crystals. The crystal shoulder bash. Oh my god. Jesus. Switch also has some clips of Olympia. Ooh. Okay, is Switch the blue Olympia? I assume so. Oh, nice. Oh my god. Oh,
Oh my god, that's pretty sick.
The freaking spike up air into a fair? Oh my god, that is crazy. That is sick. Dude, the spike up air moves are gonna be crazy. Ooh, getting the combo. Oh, soft bear into, what did he do? Soft bear into, was that a fair? I could not tell. Soft bear, I think fair. Reverse fair, what? Dude, soft bear go crazy. Ooh, the spike into grab, wow. Ooh, back air, reverse nair into grab, Jesus. MSB saying this character does experiments if you can get Nair 2 going. Alright. Okay, first of all, down tilt to grab is disgusting. Nair 2 into Oosh. Okay. Oh my god, the dash forward into getting the pop is crazy. Try or T-Rai, I don't really know who this is, but crystal movement is so addicting. I'm actually excited to practice for once. Wow! Look at that, people excited for Rivals 2? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Bing bang, boom. Oh, dude, honestly, the crystal dash is so fun. I mean, T-Rai isn't like doing anything crazy, but the crystal dash is a lot of fun to do. I was just doing some training mode stuff and it's super fun. Dodged it with the dash. Oh, wait, I gotta check this out. Okay, get the grab, get the down air follow-up, and then, oh my god, the trap with the grabbing the crystal into a dare. Oh my, dude, that is crazy. The fact that you can like kind of anticipate and trap with the crystal grab is really cool. I don't know why the Loxodon did an up special there, but the idea of the crystal is mind-opening. Slice Day 1 Olympia combo video. People be out of the woodworks making Olympia videos. Bing, bing, bang. Crystal. Ooh, grab, throw. Up special? Yikes. I guess if you throw with the DI in, you could up special. Oh my god, dude. The interrupt of the crystal is also crazy. Ooh, nice. Nair. Oh my god, Nair 2 into freaking fair? Is that real? Jesus, dude. Alright, I'm gonna keep going, but if you want to check it out, look at all these tweets. Day 1 Olympia, grinding to master solo Olympia tonight. Oh my god. The dashes. Up air. Ooh, Nair, fair. Dash forward, fair. Oh my god, it's sick. Crystal, dash. Ooh, there. Lock, down smash. I'm so, dude, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get my hands on Olympia. It'll have to be like next week because I'm on vacation soon, but geez. And I mean, there's so many more clips, but hey, this is where Coach Zeke shows Olympia can go under Aramata using all of her movesets. Honestly, pretty impressive. This is as impressive as like Little Mac going on under stage. I mean, you gotta use everything in your arsenal, but looks like you can do it. Maybe your offstage game isn't too bad, although you have to use every tool and all your resources, so if you get hit out once, it's dead. But pretty cool. Elu doing a counterpoint saying Olympia is really insane combo food, so if you are Olympia and you are... So if you're Olympia, watch out for Ranos, because apparently Ranos can just combo you. Well, let's take a look. You do a fair, bing! Ooh, up throw. This is what I heard actually. Up throw is actually really good at comboing Olympia because how fast she falls. Okay, well, this Olympia didn't do anything after this. Just fell because side beat, but whatever. Golgi saying, guys, Olympia is a super fast faller. Like Rando gets a new kill confirm that doesn't work on any other character because of with his up throw. I have Olympia settings to air dodge in his clips. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, because of how fast she falls. Dude, that's so weak. Up throw combos like that? Bro, up throw into up smash? Jesus. I mean, you gotta follow the DI, but wow, the follow-ups are crazy. Chia making a point, saying that I love Rivals, but I think one of my only gripes with the game is the intro learning curve to most characters. I was a Krag main for the first half of Rivals 1 and playing him in 2, there was no way to know to cancel aerial side B by holding shield, and it's like required for even basic recovery. The game is deep and rewarding and fun, but there's so many little nuances that are kinda required knowledge which don't come intuitively, that makes for a really odd barrier of entry. I haven't played Olympia yet, but needing to wall jump special twice, then physical plus special as a mandatory thing in order to recover feels like a lot for someone just trying to get out of the character game. Yeah, I mean, that's like the plus and minus of Rivals is how deep each character gets and how all the tech is actually necessary. And this was mitigated in Rivals 1 with the character-specific tutorials, but unfortunately, just because of resources, they are unable to get that until, you know, next year. A funny little post from Remerin, oh boy, I wonder what the character in the top 50 is gonna be right now. All Clarence still. No other characters. Clarence is still easy. Coney saying when Rivals 2 is fun, it's fun, but this cannot be the long-term vision. There's an entire lost generation playing down tilt game. I'm getting punished for hitting someone at 120. So I guess Coney is a CC/floor hug hater. Maybe this is just that mid-high wall that exists in every game, and accepting being a down holder is part of the journey, but it feels different to me. Hit falling is essential to improvement. Excessive CC floor hugging counter hit fishing is what bad randos do to get into platinum. I mean, yeah, Coney says here, honestly, I hate it as a mechanic full stop, so any amount is gonna piss me off. So Coney just straight up hates floor hugging as a mechanic in general. And you know, Coney is a much better player than I am, and he plays Oxidant, so I guess like there's something to say about that, but I think after playing more and yeah, basically accepting that down holding is part of the journey, I'm like, I accept that that's just how you get better at this game. I started having fun. So I think it might be a mind frame shift. You just gotta accept that that's part of this game, because I don't think that the devs are going to get rid of it. And I just wanted to point this out. I think this is really, really funny. A while ago, during the whole debacle about if all the characters only need like a couple of buttons, Marlon was the genesis of that argument. He actually screen capped a comment from my video about this. With this guy Zedan the Rippa. That is so funny. He posted this with no commentary, just this. I thought that was so funny, which means Marlon watches my videos. What's up, Marlon? How's it going? I hope you enjoy the videos, and I hope you stay being a great player. I mean, that's about it for the Twitter section. Also, if you notice that my mic sounds a little different, that's because I'm actually not at my home right now. I am on vacation with my wonderful girlfriend. It is our anniversary weekend, so shoutouts to Monterey Bay. And shout out to my girlfriend for letting me work on our anniversary. I just could not finish this video in time, and we had to leave. But now I'm here. Hopefully the mic doesn't sound too much worse. I took a listen. It does sound worse, but I hope it doesn't matter that much. But anyway, let's get into the YouTube portion of the video. Alright, so if the official Olympia 101 video was not enough for you guys, plenty of content creators have made their own guides. HT Spider, who is a top level Zetterburn, has made their own Olympia Day 1 guide. It very simply goes over Olympia's aerials, specials, and how you can use it all to combo. Our friends at Last Stock also made a How to Play Olympia video going over each of the movesets. And we also have Proof Block's Olympia First Impressions. So we can see Proof Block playing around a little bit with Olympia and playing with all the moveset and determining whether or not he believes that Olympia is good. Next is everybody's favorite content, patch analysis. So we got a patch analysis from Last Stock, as well as Proof Block, as well as Soul Bird Guy. All of them go over the patch notes in great detail. These are the guys to watch if you want more detail on what the patches specifically mean. And Soul Bird Guy goes over specifically the live service overview. So watching all of them will give you a wide breadth of information. Next, we have this video, the next year of Rivals 2 updates, which is an edited video of Wisely's Rivals Direct reaction. React content is always a lot of fun, but Wisely is able to bring it to you in a more edited fashion to make it more consumable, so please check it out. Soul Bird Guy also goes over the stage skin problem in Rivals of Aether 2. So the stage skin has been the most controversial part of the update. Most people have been loving it, but the fact that it is $10 for a stage skin or 200,000 coins in the shop is a little bit problematic for some people. So if you want to join the discussion on that, feel free to go to Soulberg Guy's channel. Now remember a couple weeks ago when we were talking about how playing neutral just consists of 3 buttons? Well, Proof Block here shows you the exact 3 buttons you need to press for each character. So if you want to level up your game and see those 3 buttons, check out his video because he tells you you only need those 3 buttons and nothing else to win. And he's right. And finally, we have Alpha Rat Platinum. Alpha Rat and Joe Sniffy play Rivals 2, but the gimmick here is each win removes a button, which honestly, that's a great gimmick. That's why Alpha Rat is the GOAT content creator, coming up with these fun little gimmicks. Maybe I should steal this and use it for my own video, I don't know. Alpha Rat has been a longtime fan of Rivals of Aether, so it's a lot of fun to see him make some content out of it again. And that just about wraps it up for the YouTube portion of the video. Now let's finally bring it to the Reddit recap section of the video, and let's see what the Reddit community has to say about this new patch. Firstly, Lobo says, how do we feel about Olympia's Abyss skin? I mean, I think it's sick, but let's see what the people think. Great job to the devs for this last patch. Firstly, they clearly know best and have done so incredibly well with the game. Personally, not too big a fan of this one. If I'm alone on that thought, I can accept that, but wondering what the others think. Also, not the biggest fan of the Abyss Edelus skin changes, but I get the more reptilian, less mammalian vision. I didn't even know that Edelus got a change. It's okay, I just wish instead of an eye stalk, it was just one big eye, and the crystals on her fist looked more like they were fused to her skin. Oh yeah, I think that would be, I mean, clearly the most people upvoted this. That's pretty sick. Specifically the fusing part. The eye stalk, I kinda get. It's kinda cute, but yeah, the fusing of the skin to the crystals would be a nice touch. They probably wanted to go with something different for the eye, considering that's what they did with Zetterbird. Hard to agree with the crystal though. I suspect it's because of her smash attacks send the crystals
on her fist outwards, so they can't really be fused to her skin. Even on the lover skin, the gloves disappear for a bit when she uses those moves, which I suppose implies that the gloves are also made of crystal. Surely they can make it so that crystals don't come off her hands or the skin, but what can you do? It looks like the train conductor from A Hat in Time. Like, that's so funny. I do like it overall, though. Oh my god, if you guys don't remember, this is what they were talking about. Yeah, look at this guy. That's a train conductor. That's so funny. I think it's different but also cool. I like it overall. Not my favorite Abyss game, but not my least favorite either. I really like the head, but it feels like it was the only substantial change. 2 extra crystals on her chest and tail don't seem like enough. I kind of wish there were more crystals on her, as if they were completely taking over her body. Yeah, I think the taking over the body aspect is really interesting that maybe they should have played with. Can we maybe change the shade of one of these gems? It's confusing to play against. Very much this. Should be able to tell whose gem is whose. Very important for the mirror matchup. Yes, she can grab both crystals, but it's hard to know which one will explode when reusing the neutral special. Could have a list of similar colors, and whenever they match, just change the other person's color to default, or another palette that looks different. In the meantime, the accessibility outlines affected gems too. Oh, I guess this is it's a haiku. That's hilarious. On this note, they should make it so people can use the same character color in ranked, but just make the enemy a bit darker. So many times I've gone to select Olympia and it won't let me use the first costume because the enemy already is. If I wasn't set on playing her, it would give me the chance to get an early counterpick. The counterpicking thing is an interesting point. But I also agree that you should allow people to use the same colors. I mean, Smash Ultimate allows you to do that by just the other player is in a lighter color, like it's a lighter tone. I think this very similar thing should happen here. Like the enemy should either be slightly darker or slightly lighter. That's a really easy fix. But yeah, this is a pretty niche situation, but in the mirror match is definitely helpful to know which crystal is which. Ooh, some Slade fan art, cute. Slade is from Dungeons of Aether, another character there, and probably a character that's going to come into the game sometime soon. Back throw, hit fall, 1 up air, as Rano's underrated. Okay. Back throw, hit fall. Oh, wait, that's clean. Yeah, that's a clean combo. Bing, ba, boom. Oh, hit fall, 1 up air into up smash or up strong is crazy. How it feels to be a zoner enjoyer. This effing sucks actually. Literally the coolest thing ever. Dan likes Eliana, okay? It's just I think the smoke mechanic is I think a lot more complicated than the other mechanics. So you're gonna just have to wait a little bit. I think he said he doesn't enjoy playing them, but I don't think he says they suck. If he hated them, we wouldn't have any. We don't have any. Arcade and Fleet can seem like zoners on paper, but neither can really play that way. It would be uninteractive. I knew about Arcade, but Fleet really isn't one? That sucks then. I actually like playing against zoners when you have the right tools to get in. Cough cough smash ult. Wait, does that mean Smash Ult does have the right tools or doesn't? Since it can be really unfun finding the gaps under pressure. But in general, you're right. Rivals have almost 0 true zoners. Even Palm can only pretend since most of her stuff is used to help her cover options and rush in, which I'm into, but there's definitely needs to be more. Uninteractive is a stupid criticism. I wonder if that's why a lot of the cast reward super aggressive playstyles. I'm officially rooting for Ileana. I mean, here's the thing. Dan already said that Ileana is coming in. Like, all of the previous cast is coming in. I truly just think that controlling the missiles and the smoke particles and stuff like that is what's complicating everything. And also trying to do it in a way that, like, doesn't kill the computer with all those particles. It's different in the, pixel game where it's just pixel on a screen, but with, like, actual 3D particles, it might be tough. It's because he's thinking about the future of his new game. Not a lot of space left over for the 16 Eliana mains that were around in Rivals. 16 Eliana mains sound accurate, but the current player base is like 200 people at most. Honestly, 16 isn't bad. That's so rude. Eliana is incredibly fun to play, even if decently hard to learn at first. I don't know why everyone's like Eliana non-believers. She's gonna come in. Maybe not anytime soon, but like she's gonna come in within the next 2 years. So don't worry, she's gonna be in the game, you guys. The best player in Rivals shares his thoughts. Okay, pull up. Okay, let's see what pull up the best player in Rivals thinks about Olympia. I took a look at this video, kind of long, but basically at the end he says he's a Claren hater. I think that's what he's talking about. Base Claren hater. I mean, everybody's a Claren hater. That's the thing. This isn't unique. Everyone's a Claren hater. He got all the way to the top of the leaderboards with Day 1 Olympia. He's actually so good at this game, it's scary. Plup has always low-key been a plat fight master. He was a menace in Nazb, Multiverse, and obviously Melee. Took Samus way further than Hugs, picked up a Fox, and went toe-to-toe with the best Foxes, and stuck with a Sheik that Mango can almost never find a way to beat. I wonder what their head-to-head is. I mean, Plup is one of the GOATs. He won Genesis, so he is clearly one of the best at Rivals 2. I hope Plup and Spargo join more tournaments in the future. Thoughts on the new patch so far? This is just a Defiant Meringues tier list. Olympia at the top, SS tier. Then we have Rano, Zetter, and Maple. Then 4s, Raster, Crag, and Claren. Then Loxin, Orkane, Fleet, and Atlas at the bottom. I think I generally agree with this tier list. I haven't played Olympia yet. Let me tell you guys, I'm very excited. But this seems pretty right. Although, the Maple, I guess Maple, people think Maple is good. I don't know. I need to stop paying attention to Reddit. So funny, as I say, I agree with this. Yeah, I'm having trouble figuring out Olympia. I thought her recovery was going to be her weakness, but man, she got options. Well, I think the thing is, she has options, but she has to use like every single resource in order to recover. At least what I can see. So it's not that she can't recover, it's that she requires a lot. So if you edgeguard her once, it's over. I don't know if I'm crazy, but that just sounds like that's how it is. Like she does all of her beep 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 shenanigans and then like you just fair her once off stage. I think she's done for. I get that all the characters are viable, but it's pretty funny when people put a third of the characters as broken. Yeah. It's even funnier when the so-called B tier and A tier keep consistently beating the broken S tier to win major events. It's true. Yeah, I can't wait for the Olympia honeymoon phase to end so everyone can come to terms with how strong she actually is. Her matchup spread is nuts, and maybe only Claren being a legit bad matchup. Yeah, I mean, Olympia is one of those characters, like many of these guys, who is super fun and is like, and you can have a lot of expression with her, but at the same time, low-level Olympias can just mash in your face and kind of get away with it, because her moves are so fast. But because of that, you kind of have to like box her out. Like you have to put hitboxes and space out and poke. You can't let her get in. At least that's what I think. Olympia small girl's problem. Oh yeah! Intrepid Tank pointing out that Olympia is tiny in the leaderboard. Probably unintentional, but I think that's hilarious. Olympia is effing sick. I really thought I found my main with this game with Maple, but damn, Olympia is crazy fun. I never played in Rivals 1 because she got released after I stopped playing, but I was effing missing out. What an insanely fun character, man. I'm really hyped to keep playing her. She's so awesome. Question to anybody who might know the answer. After Crystal breaks, how do you heal to get it to reform? I thought I remembered that being a thing. I think it's just a cooldown. The broken crystal animation basically is just a cooldown for the projectile. When it goes away, you can set up a new crystal with neutral B. For sure, this is the most fun I've had playing the character. Her gameplay is so satisfying. I've liked a few characters in this game, but Zetter always felt like home. Olympia has me signing a new lease. That's a good comment. Yeah, clearly people really like Olympia. Olympia is easy to like. She has really easy gameplay, and the freedom of expression that she allows for with her moveset is limitless. But we'll have to see how the meta develops to see if like edge guarding her is viable or if she is weaker than people think. I remember AlphaRad thinking that she might be really bad off stage in his like playtest with Dan. So we'll have to see in the future. Ranked is suffering from Egyptian plague. The amount of frogs in ranked is too damn high. I had a Raster day today after not having faced one over 2 weeks. Oh, they come in flocks, right? Scrawling in the distance. I hope this frog gets nerfed next patch. Man, you know what's crazy is that, okay, even though I'm just a gold/plat player, I feel like I actually don't have that much trouble with Rano anymore. At least the nerfs that he did get were pretty significant. You could get away with murder pre-patch Rano, but Ranos these days have to work a little bit harder, which makes it easier. Maybe I'm just like, it's because I have the goggles on from the past. I'm like, no, you don't remember what Rano used to get away with? We have it so much better now. Maybe Rano is still a menace. I just think maybe people don't really, take advantage of the fact that Rano's airspeed is like really bad. Once you get him into disadvantage, you really have to push your advantage. You get a hit in, you just try to get them off stage and then edge guard, It's kind of wild to me how awesome the devs did on Olympia. Me thinks she's just so fun. Her moves and combos just feel so satisfying. Keep it up, Dan and the team. As a Maple, if everyone goes and picks up the most spikeable character of our generation, I see this as an absolute win. Anyways, I love how she plays. Played an ult a long time before picking up Rivals. I'm reminded a lot of characters like Mario, Falcon, Mii Brawler with similar moves that were a joy to play. It feels like she feels a niche that the previous characters didn't completely, and it definitely scratches the itch. Definitely feels like a new niche for the game. Yeah, it's pretty interesting because she's like a up-close and personal brawler, and I would say Zetterburn is like that. But I think what's different is that Olympia uses mostly her like normals, and her specials are like just for extensions as well as like movement options. While Zetterburn's gimmick is like using specials to get the kills, Man, people loving Olympia, man. Who knew? I knew. Olympia's the best. Chef Locks It Out now says, you don't deserve pizza? Oh my god. So there was a patch now saying a lot of these skins got new voice lines. I think this is one of them. Wait, that's so good.
You don't deserve pizza.
You don't deserve pizza. Wait, dude, the devs are amazing. I love this game. Have I told you guys I love this game? Locke's mains are based. They knew their character could use some buff, but instead of asking for those, they kept demanding for this line to be changed until it was. I'm intimidated by the line. This is a massive buff. Honestly, if someone says to you, you don't deserve pizza, it's over. It's GG's. Game is now playable. This is the buff that Locke's not needed. He also has a taunt that says Mamma Mia? Really? And Hockey Locks also got some great victory lines. Really the best Locks buffs you could wish for. But seriously, the ECB fixes now let us hit low bear, which is huge. Oh, so many freaking things I don't even know about. I guess that makes sense with the change with the ECB. You can hit really low bear. Okay, that's really interesting. I wonder which line I guess instead of saying pathetic, he goes, Mamma Mia. That's just so good. No way. No, I was fine without power, but not my pizza. Fate worse than death. Locks out on his absolute best Rivals characters for this. Oh, Fuji Mitsuki. I think this is Rivals 2 tech sound designer. Fun fact, the Reddit post asking for this line was made in the same day we recorded the session. I was editing the recorded dialogue when somebody sent me the post, and I started laughing. But yes, taking out the pizza is much more devastating than taking out power. That's hilarious. Keeping a close ear on the community. Keep up the good work. Yeah, shoutouts to Fuji. Fuji apparently also watches my videos sometimes. So that's cool. I think the fact that someone who works on the game watches my videos is like, I don't know, that's mind-boggling to me. You work on the game. I don't know, that's really cool. Rivals of Aether 2 has made me into a Smash Ultimate hater. Me too? I've been playing a ton of Rivals of Aether 2 since launch, and my Switch and Ultimate have been gathering dust since then. Recently been playing again with my nephew, and my god, that game feels so bad. It's like everything has 30 frames of input delay. It's impossible to move around with any kind of finesse at all, and combos are just a suggestion. That's it, just wanted to throw it out there. Rivals of Aether has unintentionally, or maybe intentionally, made me dislike Smash. Maybe the next one won't feel terrible. The game deserves a much bigger community. I used to play a lot of Smash Ultimate and sort of dropped it after Rivals 2. I played it with my brother again, and I totally agree. Specifically on the input delay thing. It still has its merits though. It has a huge variety of characters and playstyles, and has a lot more varied ways to play it. Yeah, I mean, there's it's like apples to oranges really, but I agree. Even before Rivals 2, that's how I felt about Rivals 1. I was like, dude, this is the much better game. Like I was legitimately addicted to Smash Ultimate because like I couldn't not play it, even though I didn't want to, which was the problem. And I'm like, okay, I gotta play a game that I actually like, which is Rivals. And when I play that game, dude, I'm actually having fun. I'm not fighting the game. I'm not fighting other players. I'm like playing the game that I want to and having fun with it. That's a whole lot of Olympians. Let's go. A huge spike in the peak. Don't look at it now, but I bet it's a little bit lower. But the spike is pretty significant, honestly. Like it tripled. 1,000 players about to like 3,000 something. That's amazing. But with that, that'll be the end of today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really glad to see that most people seem to be enjoying this update. It makes me happy to see other people happy about the game. Honestly, when it was the era where people were just complaining and making Doom posts about the game, I was really bummed. I was like, guys, this game is fun. Stop, I don't know. You're allowed to like, you know, have your own opinions, but it just felt bad seeing only Doomer opinions. So now I'm really excited for what's to come because people are excited about the game again. As I said, the Rivals devs have always been some of my favorite devs to support, and I hope to continue making these videos as long as possible. Remember to keep playing Rivals, and I'll see you next time.